All right, so far, we got Bryant Mirafuente on a 20-lap pace. He is driving the blue ride out there. Got BP up to the 2 spot. He's driving Bryant's old ride. That's going to be the yellow, blue, and
4
white.
minutes left.
And we got a battle here between Rafael, George, and John. All those guys within just a few seconds. Oh, careful on the back straight. That is clear. All right, 1:15 in, 3:45 to go. All right, $130 down, 3:30 left. Bryant Mirafuente on a 2010. We got Brandon Perea, 1803. Rafael on a 16. George on a 16. And Rico almost on a 16 himself. And there it is. A 1:50 down, 3:10 to go. Remember, guys, if you're here tonight and you make the next 2 races in the series, you are still in the series point standings hunt. We got 205 down, 255 to go. All right, Brian going 15-2. Brandon now 15-3. Got John going 17-4. Rafael going 17-6. And George going 18-5. All right, 220 down, 240 to go, racers. $230 in, $230 to go. Right now, Bryant and Brandon on near identical paces. Oh, careful turn 1, guys. That is clear. Right now, it's going to be Brandon out front, 19:08. Bryant now 19:07. That time around, Bryant going 14:9. Starting to feel the rhythm of that car now. So Bryant 19:07, Brandon 19:08. John a 16:05, Rafael 16:09, and George 14:05. Got just under 2 minutes to go. All right, 3:15 in, 1:45 left. Oh, I see Steve has arrived. I'll get you an expert in 40 plus. Careful on the straight. And that's clear. Jesus Christ, really? All right, we got just over a minute to go. BP still out front by just .003.
1 minute left.
Slimmest of margins here between our top 2 cars. So Bryant 19:04, Brandon 19:05. Going back and forth the last few laps. 45 seconds left. Bryant, Brandon, Rafael, John, and George, your running order. Yeah, 35 seconds to go. Mirafuente up by about 0.2 of a second right now. $20 seconds left. Bryant 19:03, Brandon 19:04. Rafael 16:07. John looking to finish with 16. George looking to finish with 14. Yeah, 5 seconds to go. Keep on going, drivers. The computer will announce you done.
George Ingerson done. Gumpa done. BP done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that will be a race. Bryant taking TQ of round 1, going 19:02. Brandon a 19:03. Rafael 16:11. John 16:12. And George 14:01. Yeah. Kind of late now. It's kind of late now. I didn't get practice.
The race is completed.
Yeah, it's a little late now.
Tim Elbert. Barry Soppet.
I don't even know if my car turns on. All right, this is 40 plus. I'll be Barry, Brian, Joe, Julian, Tim, and Steve. Maybe we'll see Steve next round, perhaps. Oh, cool. Okay.
Rice cakes. Joe Colicchio. Steve Bloom.
All right, got everybody checked in. Got my turn marshals out here. All right, folks, we are going racing. All right, Barry Soppy going 15.5, Brian at 15.6, Tim 17.4, Joe 17.8, Steve 17.1. Just the opening lap here. We got 30 seconds down. This is 40 plus buggy race number 2 on track. All right, 2 laps in the books. Barry right now on a 20 lap pace. BG on a 19 flat. Tip going 18.12, Steve 17.10, Joe 16.18. All right, we got 1 minute
4
down,
minutes left.
4 minutes to go. Ooh, we got Steve cracking into the 15s, going 15.7 last time around. All right, Barry Soppin now 2014. Falling off to a 1901 now. We got BG 1906, Tim going 1810, Steve also 1810, and Joe on a 1505. Got a minute 30 down, 3:30 left. This is 40 bus on track right now. We got Stadium Truck up next. All right, a minute 50 down, 3:10 left.
Three minutes left.
All right, 2:55 remains. Barry right now just 0.07 ahead of Brian. And now Brian up by 7/10. So right now BG 1905, Barry 1907. Got Steve 1805, Tim 1814, and Joe 1509. Got 2:30 down, 2:30 to go here. This time around, BG up by 2/10. 2 cars that are battling for the top spot right now, the all white versus the white, blue, yellow, orange. All right, 2:45 down, 2:15 left. Now it's going Barry's direction by 0.08. 3 minutes
2
in.
minutes left.
Got Barry up by 1/10. Brian ahead of Steve by 9 seconds. Steve ahead of Tim by 5. And Tim ahead of Joe by a lap. Got $1.50 to go, drivers. Brian, Barry, Steve, Tim, Joe, and that'll be your running order here for round 1. All right, Julian Taylor has arrived. He'll be joining the fun here in round 2. 340 down, 120 left. Right now, Barry, Brian, Steve, Tim, and Joe, your full running order.
One minute left.
All right, you heard the man, a minute to go. Got Barry 1903, Brian 1910, Steve 1807, Tim a 17 flat, Joe 1611. "30 seconds remain, drivers." Order remains unchanged here. Barry, Brian, Steve, Tim, and Joe. Up next, we got our stadium truck category. All right, drivers, getting down to time expired. Keep on going. The computer will announce you done.
Barry Soppet done. Joe Colicchio done. Rice Cakes done. Steve Leung done.
All right, Uno Mas.
All
And
drivers are
that'll
finished.
be a race, guys.
Tim Elbert
Barry
done.
Soppet taking down round number 1, 1902, Brian 1910, Steve 1807, Tim 1820, and Joe going 15.
The race is completed.
All right, we're moving on to race number 3. That'll be our stadium truck class. All right, next race up is going to be BPBG, Jordan and Jeff. All right, we're taking a minute.
Too soon, Junior. Rice Cakes.
Hey, Ben. No, I didn't.
Jordan Rivera.
They didn't sign you up. What class do you want to run? Yeah, sportsman and intermediate got combined. All right, checking up on BP here. Looks like he's getting the body on. I hear you. All right, as soon as BP's on track, we'll get this party started. New tires. Now he's going to TQ. Okay. Well, with that being said. All right. This is Stadium Truck on the road. All right, we got 20 seconds in. Opening laps. Well, BP going 16.3. BG is 16.7. Jeff 16.9. Jordan 17.0. Oh, a little trouble there. And Jordan getting it righted. Thank you, Steve. All right, BG going 16.1. Got Jeff at 16.3. So
4
BG
minutes
currently
left.
on top of the leaderboard at 19.12 for pace. Jeff and Brandon both at 18 flat. We got Jordan in 18.16. All right, a minute 25 in, 3:35 to go. BG going 15.9. BP going 15.6 that time by. So the pace is getting a little closer here. Brian on 19.09. Brandon 19.10. Got Jeff 18 flat. Jordan 18.08. Got Buck 40 down. 3:20 to go. BP 1/10 ahead of BG this time around. Yeah, Brian 2 seconds up on Jeff. Jeff 2 ahead of Jordan. All right, drivers, we got 2 minutes down.
3 minutes left.
Brandon and Brian separated by 1/10 still. All right, 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. All right, Brian, 19.08 this time around. Brandon, a little bit of a long lap. Knocks the pace back to a 19.13. Jeff going 18.02. Jordan, 18.12. Yeah, 2:35 down, 2:25 to go. All right, 2:45 in, 2:15 remaining. BG now 1 second ahead of Brandon. Brandon 4 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 4 ahead of Jordan. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes down. Careful back
2
straight.
minutes left.
That is clear. Fuck you. All right, a minute 45 remains. See this time by the line. BG's pace 19.09. Brandon 19.12. Jeff 18.03. Jordan 18.17. Got a minute 30 remaining here, drivers. 90 seconds to go. This is Stadium Truck on Track. Next up is going to be Sportsman Intermediate. Yes, Sportsman and Intermediate running together tonight. All right, drivers, we got just over a minute to go.
One minute left.
All right, and the pace is looking near identical at this time. BG 19.10, BP 19.10. All right, 45 seconds. So Brandon a 19.10.3, Brian 19.10.7. This one's going to come down to the final lap here. 35 seconds left. All right, BG up by 0.3 right now. 25 seconds remain. Fifteen seconds. 10 seconds to go, drivers. All right, time has expired. Keep on going.
Too soon Junior done. Rice cakes done. BP done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race, guys. Brian
Jordan
Gross
Rivera
getting
done.
that one by 0.3 of a second at the end. BG going 19:10.2, BP 19:10.5, Jeff going 18:03, Jordan 18:16.
The race is completed. Ryan R. Randall. George Ingerson. Tim Elbert.
All right, man, need some turn marshals, please. Looking for my drivers from that last group.
Raphael C.
Careful on the left side, guys.
Joe Colicchio.
Careful on the back straight, guys. Careful on the back straight. Getting on to the back straight. Last double.
James Colicchio. Ben Halverson.
All right, guys. We're going to get this show on the road here. We're going live loop start. All right, everybody's on the clock here. Got two categories racing together tonight. Our sportsman category and our intermediate category sharing the track. All right, 30 seconds in, 4:30 to go. Right now, Ryan Randall, fastest opening lap, 16.8. Got James responding, a 17.0 on lap 2. Tim going 16.6. Careful on the back straight, guys. I think that's clear. Careful landing the table. That is clear. All right, 50 seconds down. Ryan Randall out front, followed by Tim, James, George, Ben, Raphael, and Joe.
4 minutes left.
All right, paces right now. Ryan Randall on 18.05, Tim 18.12, James 17.09. Yeah, Ben 16 flat, George 16.02, Joe 16.16, Raphael 15.04. Yeah, a minute 15 down. Careful back straight. That is clear. A minute 25 down, 3:35 to go. All right, a minute 50 down, 3:10 to go. Yeah, Tim, Ryan, George, Ben, James, Joe, and Raphael, your running order.
3 minutes left.
All right, 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. Careful on the back straight. That is clear. Right now, Elbert on top of the leaderboard. 18:10 is the pace. Got Ryan going 17:07, George 17:08, James 17:10, Ben 16:01, Joe 17:18, and Rafael 16:10. Got 240 down, 220 to go, drivers. So Joe Colicchio leading the sportsman group here out of 16:03. Yeah, Tim Elbert leading the intermediates, 17:03. It's about 2 seconds ahead of James right now. James 1.5 ahead of Ryan. Careful on the left, guys. A little bit of commotion.
2 minutes left.
All right, 1:50 to go. All right, 1:40 remains. Tim, Ryan, James, followed by George, Ben, Joe, and Rafael. Yeah, 1:20 remaining here. Oh, James going 16-1 that time around. So just keep doing what you did there, James. Yeah, 1:15 to go. Tim on a 17 flat. Ryan 17:05, James 17:07, George 16:07, Ben 16:17. And we got Joe leading the sportsman at 16:02, Rafael 15:17. All right, just under a minute to go. Closest battle right now going to be Ryan versus James. They are 0.8 of a second apart. "40 seconds left. "25 seconds remain. Albert up by 3.5 seconds. Randall 1.7 ahead of Colicchio. Got 15 seconds to go, drivers. All right, time has expired. Keep on going, drivers. Keep on going.
James Colicchio done. Ryan R. Randall done. George Ingerson done. Rafael C. done. Joe Colicchio done. Ben Halverson done. All drivers are finished.
Well, despite getting a 28-second final lap, Tim Elbert taking TQ there, going 18:27. Got Ryan 17:01, James 17:03, George 16:09, Ben 16:19. Joe leading the sportsman group at 17:15, Rafael 14:14.
The race
All right,
is
folks,
completed.
moving into 17.5 expert.
Rice cakes. BP. Goompa.
All right, waiting for a few more cars to get checked in. Get our intermediate guys out here to marshal.
Jordan
All right,
Rivera.
guys, after this race, this will be a final race of round one. We'll take a 20-minute break. Okay.
Julian Taylor.
All right, giving one of our racers a moment here. All right, well, you guys ready? Almost ready. Almost. All right, folks, we're going to go live loop here in just a moment. Wow. That looked like a start of man, that looked like the start of a rookie race. I almost didn't want to say it, but. All right, Brian 16-1, Brian 16-3, Brandon 16-4, Jordan 16-4, Jeff a 17. All right, we got 30 seconds down, 4:30 to go. All right, 45 seconds in. Got Brian going 15-8. Brian going 15-8. BP is 16-0. Brian bringing it down to a 15-5 that time around. He's driving a yellow and blue ride. Yeah, BG. Running yellow and blue, but accompanied by some white and
4
orange
minutes
as well.
left.
Brandon Perea running the magenta car. I'm still not used to it. It's like a lipstick magenta. All right, 120 down, 340 to go. Mirafuente now on a 1901 Perea, right there with him, 1902. BG 1905, Jordan 1907, Jeff 1805, Julian 1807. Trouble at the tabletop, guys. All right, that is clear. Minute 40 down, 320 to go. Bryant on a 1901, Brandon 1904, Jordan 1906, Jeff 1805, Brian 1808, Julian 1817. Fast lap being reset by Mirafuente that
left.
time around at a 15-3. Got Jordan going 15-4. Whoa, quite the collision there. Got 210 down, 250 to go. Bryant 2015 now the pace. Brandon 1902, Jordan 1903. Brian 1804, Jeff 1810, and Julian 1814. Yeah, 230 down, drivers. 230 to go. Brian currently a second and a half ahead of Brandon. Brandon 0.8 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 8 ahead of Brian. Brian 1.5. Jeff 1.5 ahead of Brian now. And Brian 0.2 up on Julian. All right, we got 250 down, 210 to go.
Two minutes
All right,
left.
3 minutes in, 2 minutes remain. Minute 50 to go. Bryant 2.6 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 1.1 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 9 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 3.5 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.3 ahead of Julian. Got a minute 40 remaining here, folks. Mirafuente's pace now 19 flat. BP 1904, Jordan 1904, Jeff 1804, Julian 1811, Brian 1814. Got a minute 20 to go, drivers. 1:10 to go. All right, drivers, 4 minutes
1
in.
minute left.
So Bryant 1901, Brandon 1902, Jordan 1904, Jeff 1802, Julian 1808, Brian 17 flat. Yeah, 45 seconds to go, drivers. $35 seconds remaining. $25 seconds remain. Bryant up by 1.6. Brandon 1.4 ahead of Jordan. Your closest battle on track for those top 3 spots. 15 seconds to go. All right, guys, we'll get round 2 started 6 o'clock.
Goompa done. BP done. Too Soon Jr. done. Jordan Rivera done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that will be a
Julian
race. It's going to be
Taylor done.
Bryant going 19
Rice
flat,
Cakes
Brandon
done.
1902, Jordan 1905, Julian 1805, Jeff 1805, and Brian 1812. All right, guys, we'll get back to racing 6 o'clock. I'll start calling you guys up just a
The
few
race is
minutes prior
completed.
to that.
Rice cakes. $17.1. $16.2. $36.6. $30.3. $16.2. $15.7. $16.3. $16.8. $16.3. $16.1. $16.3. $15.9. $16.2. Ben Halverson. $16.2. $19.9. $15.8. Steve Loom. $17.7. $15.9. 19 flat, 16-5, 16-2, 15-9, 17-1, 16-3, Ryan R. Randall, 16-1, 20.2, 19-6, 21.7, 18-1, 15-9, 28.7, 18-6, 19 flat, 15-9, 16-7, 15-9, 15-8, 16 flat, 15-8, 53
All right, we'll
flat,
start calling up race one in just a few minutes. Speaking to our live feed viewers,
Julian Taylor,
BP's son got me this, and they want me to show it off on the live feed here, so here it is. Got a little balloon here.
16-9, 16-5, 17-3,
'There we go. Now it's on the live feed.
18-3,
All right, folks. Time is now 5:55. We'll start calling up race one in just a few minutes.
36.7,
13.5 four-wheel drive. Be ready to go.
$17.3, 16.1, 17.4, 16.3, 17 flat, 15.7, 17-4. 16-1.
All right, well, we got Rico out
John
here,
Rico.
so we're going to start calling up four-wheel drive.
– 16-7. 16-4.
It happens. Gotta get you some earbuds or something. The who? Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Perea.
George Ingerson. Goompa. BP.
All right. Got some cars checked in. Got some turn marshals out here. All right, if I can get all my guys from Expert who are not in this race to come on out.
LC.
Oh, man, we got a broken car. Okay. Did you try recalibrating? Yeah, see if it'll recalibrate. Also, Barry, it sounds weird, but try a different battery. All right, so we got 4 out of 5 here for four-wheel drive round number 2. All right, guys, we're going racing. All right, Mirafuente 15-0. Got everybody else 17s for the opening lap. All right, we got 30 seconds down, 4:30 to go. Mirafuente, lap 2 of 14.9, doing just fine. All right, we got 45 seconds in, 4:15 to go. Mirafuente on top of the leaderboard, followed by Perea, Rico, and Rafael. All right, we got 55 seconds in, 4:05 to go.
4 minutes left.
Mirafuente going 14.8 that last time by, new hot lap. Right now, Mirafuente's pace at a 21.13. We got Perea 19.09, Rico a 17.02, and Rafael 16.18. Minute 20 down, 3:40 remains. Careful on the back straight. Getting onto the back straight, guys. Final double. Careful on the landing. All right, a minute 40 down, 3:20 left. Bryant, Brandon, John, and Rafael, your running order here. We got Bryant about 8 seconds up on BP. BP about 9 seconds up on Rico. Rico a lap up on Rafael. All right, drivers, we got 2 minutes down.
3 minutes left.
All right, Brian, Brandon, John, and Rafael, your full running order. right, Bryant 2114, Brandon 1905, John 1709, Raphael 1413. Careful on the straight, guys. Careful turn one. Ah, 245 down, 215 to go.
Two minutes left.
All right, just under 2 minutes to go. Bryant, Anna 2114, Brandon 1904, John 1713, Raphael 1404. A minute 45 remaining here. This is four-wheel drive. Race number one of round number two. All right, a minute 20 remaining. Perea last time by going 15.5. Mirafuente last pass at 15.0. Rico's fast lap 17.1. Raphael's fast lap 18.3. All right, drivers, 4 minutes in.
1 minute left.
All right, Mirafuente going 14.7 that last time by. .35 seconds remaining here. Bryant on the verge. Two. John Rico is 16.01 and Raphael C going 15.08.
The race is completed. Barry Soppet. Tim Elbert. Joe Colicchio. Rice Cakes.
All right, let's get our drivers from the last race out here. Turn marshal, please. If anybody wants to volunteer, that'd be appreciated as well.
Steve Loom. Julian Taylor.
All right, we got some marshals out here. Got everybody checked in. Maybe use a little more help on the right-hand side of the course. All right, maybe if I can get one more in the middle. Cool. Get BP in the middle. All right. I think we're good. Drivers ready. We are going racing. All right, we're 15 seconds in. fastest opening lap. Got Julian going 15.6. Barry responds to 15.6 of his own. BG going 15.9. Got Steve a 16.4. Joe 18.1. Tim a 19.1. 45 seconds in. 4:15 remains. All right, 1 minute in, 4 minutes,
4 minutes
to go.
left.
All right, Julian going 2015. Barry also 2015. BG 1902. Steve 1914. Tim 1601. And Joe 1601. Now, a minute 25 down, 3:35 to go. All right, Julian 19 flat. Barry also 19 flat. Brian 1901. Steve 1912. Tim 1705. Joe 1714. Got buck 45 down. 3:15 to go. And Barry, a little bit of a long lap there. That's going to put Julian to the front. BG in the 2.
3 minutes left.
All right, so your leaders going to be the yellow, orange, blue, and white. Actually, the gray, green, and blue is going to be the leader. Yellow, orange, blue, and white is going to be second, and the solid white car will be your third place runner. Got 225 down, 235 to go. Taylor on a 1902, Gross 1903, Soppet 1904. Steve going 1912, Joe a 1713, and Tim on a 15 at the moment. Okay. We got 240 down, 220 to go. And Taylor continues to lead this one, 1902. Oh, that's what Barry did in round number 1. All right, we got 3 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Right now, Barry and Julian separated by .024. Got BG just .2 back. A minute 45 remaining. Oh, back straight. All clear. All right, Barry Soppet 1902.4. Julian 1902.5. Got Brian 1903. Steve 1913. Joe 1717. Tim. We got a minute 20 to go. .75 seconds remain. All right, drivers, just over a minute to go. We're 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Right now, Julian up on Barry by half a second. Yeah, Barry 1 second ahead of Brian. Brian 9 ahead of Steve. Steve a lap up on Joe. Joe 4.5 ahead of Tim. 45. Careful, back straight, back straight, back straight. That is, oh, back straight, go wide. That is clear. 35 seconds remain, drivers. See how this one finishes out. 25 to go. $15 seconds remain, drivers. And it's going to come down to these last couple laps for those first couple of spots on the grid. It's going to be close here at the end. If you have any good laps left, now is the time to lay them down.
Barry Soppet done. Rice Cakes done. Julian Taylor done. Steve Leung done. Tim Elbert done.
Right, one more car, one more car.
All drivers are finished.
All right, so Julian Taylor
Joe
taking the
Colicchio
W in
done.
round 2, but not quite enough for TQ. He will line up 2 on the grid. So Julian 1904, Barry 1904, Brian 1904, Steve 1803, Joe 1715, Tim 1610. All right, guys, up next is Stadium Truck.
The race is completed. Too Soon Jr.
All right, Stadium Truck. Gonna be BG, BP, Jeff, and Jordan. If I get my 40-plus guys to marshal this one, please.
BP.
Straightaway, back straight.
Jordan Rivera.
All right. Got Stadium Truck on track. Let's see if I can get some marshals out here. That would be great.
Rice Cakes.
All right. This is Stadium Truck. Everybody's checked in. Could use maybe one more marshal on the middle and the left. Let's see. Julian, Barry, Brian, Steve, Joe, Tim. Although I believe we got a couple of back-to-backs here. All right, folks, we're going to get this one going. This is Stadium Truck. Loop is going live. All right, we're 25 seconds in. Got BG going 16-0 on the opening pass. Same as BP. Got Jeff going 16-5, Jordan 16-6. All right, BG lap 2, 15-6. Yeah, man's on fire. All right, 45 seconds in. Right now, we got Brian Gross on a 1902 for pace, BP 1906, Jeff 1914, Jordan 18 flat.
4 minutes left.
All right, BG a 15.6, Brandon a 15.9, Jeff a 16.2, Jordan a 16.5. Now 110 down, 350 to go. All right, 1:20 down, 3:40 remaining. All right, Brian currently 0.3 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 3.4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.9 ahead of Jeff. So we got Brian on a 1905, Brandon 1906, both faster than previous TQ. Got Jordan 1801 and Jeff 1807. 1:50 down, 3:10 to go.
Three minutes left.
All right, Brandon and Brian within 0.2 of a second here. Got 2:50 remaining. And a little stumble for BP there. That's going to send him back by 1.7 seconds. So Brian now 1907, Brandon 1911, Jordan 18 flat, and Jeff 1804. 225 down, 235 to go. All right, BP a 15.6 of his own. He's charging, trying to catch BG here. Gap down to 1 second. Now it's down to 6/10. We got 2:10 remaining. Trouble for BG.
Two minutes
You
left.
know, Barry, if you want to stand on that little orange dot, that might be a little safer. Got a minute 50 to go, drivers. So right now it is Brandon Perea on a 1908, Brian Gross 1912, Jordan Rabar 1915, and Jeff Miranda 1803. Got a minute 30 remaining, drivers. This is Stadium Truck on Track. Up next, we will get Sportsman and Intermediate. All right, a minute 15 remains. Brandon up by 2.9. Brian 2.5 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 3.7 ahead of Jeff. BP that time by 15.5, looking alive.
1 minute left.
All right, 55 seconds to go. You know, if the rumors I'm hearing are true, and if they're true, I might be getting a stadium truck by the end of the year. 40 seconds remaining, drivers. $30 seconds to go. BP 3.4 ahead of BG. Brian 7 up on Jordan. Jordan 1.5 ahead of Jeff. 10 seconds remain, drivers. All right, time has expired. Keep on going. Computer will announce you as done.
Jordan Rivera done. BP done. Too Soon Jr. done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race, guys.
Rice cakes done.
Brandon taking the victory here, 1906, BG 1910. Jordan 18 flat, and Jeff 1806.
The race is completed.
All right, 17.5 Sportsman and
Ryan R. Randall.
Intermediate. Yeah,
George Ingerson.
I noticed that halfway through the race, and then I realized it kind of clicked at that point. Yeah. All right, so at this time, I do have to ask all spectators to please vacate the driver's stand. You guys can watch, but if we can have you off to the side, please.
Raphael C.
All right, I am looking for turn marshals, drivers from that previous group. Get my stadium guys
Colaccio.
out here. All right, need a little help on that left side. A little trouble on the west coast. Need a turn marshal
Tim
on the
Albert.
left.
Ben Halverson. Joe Colaccio.
Ben was just trying to help. You know, kind of like when a kid tries to help their parent grocery shop. All right, I'm going to need a little more help. I need one more on the left side. Careful at the tabletop, guys. We need at least one more marshal on the left side. I mean, we only got 4, so. No, right there's good. We just have to do a little formation shift. I think we got it. You guys got it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, guys. We're going racing. Wow. Ouch. Let's turn him around. Okay, go ahead. Run along now, little buggy. All right, we're 30 seconds in. Right now it's Tim Albert with the fastest. Back straight, right in the middle. Back straight, right in the middle, guys. That is clear. Well, before that happening, Tim Albert setting the fastest opening lap. Let's see what Tim can do to bring it back. All right, we're 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes left.
Well, Tim only falling back to the 2 spot. He's still in this one very much so. Right now we got George Ingerson on top of the leaderboard, 18-15 in the works. Got Albert in the 2, Colicchio in the 3, followed by Ryan, Ben, Joe, and Rafael. A minute 20 down, 3:40 left. Oh, careful on the left side, guys. Careful on the left side. Left side. That's getting cleared up. Go wide on the back straight. That's clear. Oh, back straight, back straight. Careful on the left, guys. Careful at the first double. Careful at the tabletop, landing in the tabletop.
3 minutes left.
All right, we got 2:05 down, 2:55 to go. Right now it's Ryan Randall on top of the leaderboard, 17:04 in the works. Got James 17:16, George 17:16, Ben 16:03, Tim 15:03, Joe 15:01, Rafael 15:07. We got 2:25 down, 2:35 to go. All right, 2:40 down, 2:20 to go. All right, Ryan, James, George, Ben, Tim, Joe, and Rafael.
Two minutes left.
All right, Ryan, 17:01. James now to 17:08. George 17:12. Ben 16:01. Tim 16:09. Joe 16:14. Rafael 15:02. All right, Ryan Randall, you're going 16-6 last time around. So your race leader driving the pink-white with the blue trim. Second place driving the dark purple car. Your third place runner now, Ben Halverson, running the all-white. And his car is looking all right. All right, a minute 25 remaining here. Wow, Ben just ripping off his best lap, 16.8. That lap was great. You know, Ben, you might not want to switch cars. That car's looking really good. Just over a minute to go, guys. Ryan Randall, 18:16. James Colicchio, 17:02. Ben on a 17:14. George, 17:16. Got Joe, 16:11. Rafael, 15:06. 50 seconds to go, drivers. Yeah, geez, Ben, whatever you do, do not get rid of that car. It's actually looking really good. Yeah, the car knows what's going on. Yeah, whatever you do, Ben, don't get rid of that car. It's always fun to try new things, but definitely don't get rid of that car. It's looking really good right now. All right, drivers, keep on going. Do not stop until you hear the computerized voice say your name.
James Colicchio done. Joe Colicchio done. George Ingerson done. Ben Halverson done.
All right, one more car. Two
Ryan
more.
R. Randall done. All drivers are
All
finished.
right, that'll be a race, guys.
Rafael
Ryan Randall
C.
going
done.
18-14. James Colicchio 17 flat. Ben Halverson 17-11. George
The race is
Ingerson a
completed.
17-14. Joe Colicchio going 16-07. Rafael going 15-13. All right, folks, we're moving into race number 5. That'll be Bryant, Brandon, Jordan, Julian, Jeff, and Brian.
Rice cakes.
Careful getting on the back straight.
BP.
If I can get all my drivers from that last race to the track at this time, I'm going to need some turn marshals.
Too soon Junior.
All right, this one's going to be Bryant, Brandon, Jordan, Julian, Jeff, and Brian.
Jordan Rivera. Goompa.
All right, folks, looks like we'll probably get the main started right about 7 o'clock. I'll give you guys a bit of a break between this round and the main. Oh, careful on the first double, guys. Careful first double.
Julian Taylor.
All right, congratulations, guys. You've all made the A main. All right, folks, we're going to get this show going. Brian with a little tumble here at the start. Long race ahead, however. All right, so Perea opens things up here. 15-7, Gross at 15-9, Jordan 15-9, Jeff 16-3. Ooh. Yeah, BG going Van style off the wall. All right, 35 seconds in, 4:25 remain. BP a 15-6 on lap 2. Mirafuente going 15-2. Trouble for Bryant. 50 seconds in. Right now it's Brandon Perea out front on a 19:01 for pace.
4 minutes left.
Got BG 19:08, Jeff 19:09, Jordan 19:10, Julian 19:15, Brian currently on an 18. Got a feeling that'll change. Minute 15 down, 3:45 to go. right, a minute 30 down, 3:30 remaining. BP 19 flat at the moment. BG in 1908. Julian 1910. Bryant 1909. Jeff going 1913. Got 145 down, 3:15 remaining. Brandon now 20 laps in the works. 20 lap run would take TQ in
3
this
minutes
category.
left.
2014 for Brandon. Brian in 1906. Brian in trouble there. Brian's got the pace. Yeah, 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. So right now, Perea 2014, Grossa 1905, Miranda 1911, Taylor 1914, Mirafuente 1915. Got 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. All right, 2:45 in, 2:15 remains. BP a little bit of a longer lap there. That's going to bring the pace back to a 19:02. Got Brian 19:04, Jeff 19:10, Brian 19:11, Julian also 19:11. Got 3 minutes in.
2 minutes left.
All right, a minute 50 remains. $3:15 down, a minute 45 to go. All right, 90 seconds to go. Minute 20 remaining. $75 seconds. Got BP 1901 now the pace. BG 1903. Brian going 1907. Julian 1910. Jeff 1915. We got 4 minutes in.
1 minute left.
This time around, Brandon up by 2 seconds. Brian 2.1 ahead of Bryant. Brian 2.7 ahead of Julian. Julian 4 ahead of Jeff. We got 45 seconds remaining. Careful in turn one. That's clear. That was BP going for a mishap. Got 30 seconds remaining here. So BG taking over the top spot. 15 seconds left. BG's pace now 19:04. I'd put him third on the grid. Five seconds left. Keep on going, drivers.
BP done. Too soon Junior done. Rice cakes done. Goomba done. All drivers are finished.
All right, folks.
Julian
BP
Taylor
taking
done.
that qualifier at the very end, going 19:04. Brian 19:04 as well. Bryant to 19:08. Julian 19:10. Jeff 18:03. All right, folks. Take a little bit of a break before we get into the main events. We're looking about 7 o'clock start time for our main events.
The race is completed.
All right, folks, mains will be the same order as qualifying. 13.5 four-wheel up first, followed by 40 plus, stadium truck, intermediate, and expert.
Barry Soppet. $17.1. $16.8. $17.1. $16.5. $19.2. $15.9. $18.4. $16 flat, George Ingerson. $17.3. $21.9. $17.6. $26.1. $16.3. $17.3. $19.6. $16.2. $16.2. $15.8. $15.8. $119 flat. $35.7. $21.2. $137.5. $16.3. $17.6. $25.5. $16.3. 16-6. 28.8. 16 flat. 16-9. 16-4. 16-8. 17-8. 23.6. John Rico. George Ingerson. (101.1). BP. Raphael 3.7. 17.8. (16.8). 14.5. 16.8. 18.5.
All right, folks, let's get our turn marshals out here. Sorry to our live stream viewers, running a little late. All right, if I can get all the guys from Expert 17.5 out here to turn marshal, please. Might need a little help. All right, Goomba checking it out here. Make sure he's good to go.
Goomba.
All right, guys, the grid for this one is going to be Bryant on the 1 spot, a BP on the 2, Rico on the 3, Raphael 4, and George 5. All right, grid is good. Marshals are present. We are going racing. Best of luck in less than 5. Here we go. Got Mirafuente leading them off. Oh, Mirafuente on his lid. Stuck in the corner. So that allows BP to take the 1 spot. All right, we're 20 seconds in. Oh, a little mix up in turn 1. Careful in turn 1. That is clear. 25 seconds down, 4:35 left. Careful going crosstown, guys, right in the middle. All right, 35 seconds in, 4:25 to go. Mirafuente already back to the 2 spot. He's about 4 seconds back of your race leader. 45 seconds in. Careful getting onto the straight, guys. This time by Perea, 3.3 ahead of Mirafuente. Got Mirafuente 5 ahead of George. George 10 ahead of Raphael. Raphael
left.
just 2 ahead of Rico. Careful on the back straight. All right, race leader driving the blue and yellow down. Oh, a little trouble for second place there. Race leader, blue, yellow, and white, making his way over the rollers into the chicane. Mirafuente charging hard to catch up. Got a $130 down, 3:30 left. Brandon Bryant, George Raphael, and John, your 4 running order. BP this time by 3.5 seconds up. Oh, a Ooh, a little trouble in turn one, guys. Careful first turn. Careful in turn one. All right, 2
left.
down, 3 to go. This time by 3.2 between your leaders. And Brian gaining a little bit of ground as our leaders work their way through traffic. 1.2 now the gap. Oh, careful on the back straight, guys, right in the middle. All right, we got 230 down, 230 to go. Right now, it is going to be BP 6/10 up on Mirafuente. It's like a little bit more now. This time around, 4.4 the gap between our top two cars. Got George and Rafael still battling it out here. Careful in turn one. Careful turn one.
2 minutes left.
That is clear. All right, we got just under 2 minutes to go. Mirafuente going 14.9 last lap. This time by, gap between Perea and Mirafuente, 2.5. Got George 5 seconds up on Rafael. And we got one down in the corner there. That's going to be Mirafuente falling back further. 1:30 remains. Careful in turn one, guys. Turn one. Oh, BP going for a flip. That's going to close things up a little bit here. All right, we got 1:05 remaining here. Gap between Brandon and Brian, it's about 2 seconds.
1 minute left.
4 minutes in, 1 minute to go. Down the back straight they go. 1.4 the gap between your leaders. The leaders coming up on some traffic here. Good teamwork, guys. 45 seconds to go. And the gap down to 0.4. 35 seconds left. Oh, BP trying to keep those lines tight. Brian able to get by him by any means necessary. I think he drove under him. 20 seconds to go. 15 seconds remain. Bryant's out front. Brandon right with him, though. 8 seconds as they cross the line. And time has expired.
Goompa done.
Mirafuente taking down the
BP
W. BP in the
George
two.
Ingerson done.
George taking that final podium spot.
Rafael C done.
All right, that'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race. Podium for that one going to be Bryant, Brandon, and George. Please grab
All
your cars and
drivers
head to
are
the podium.
finished. The race is completed. Tim Elbert. Steve Loom.
All right, this is race number 2, 40-plus buggy. Barry, Julian, Brian, Steve, Tim, and Joe.
Tim Elbert.
All right, guys, 4
Barry
years from
Summit.
today, I'll be able to run this class. All right, need a little help on the left side, please. I'm going to need a little bit of
Gio.
help. Got 2 down on the left. Help is on the way.
Rice Cakes. Julian Taylor.
All right. This is 40 plus buggy on track. We got our marshals and spots. These guys getting some warm up in. All right, well, let's get this party started here. Barry on the 1, Julian on the 2, Brian on the 3, Steve on the 4, Tim 5, Joe 6. All right, grid is set. Marshall's ready, driver's ready, crowd at home watching on the live stream ready. We are going racing in less than 5. All right, Soppy leads them off. Oh, Julian a little off trajectory, able to save it. All right, we got Barry up by 0.8. Julian ahead of Brian by 0.3. Brian ahead of Steve by 0.8. Yeah, 30 seconds down. Race leader going 15.5 that time around. Got Brian up to the 2 spot. Julian in the 3, followed by Steve, Tim, Joe. 40 seconds in. Oh, careful in the right corner, guys. That is clear. All right, 50 in, 4:10 to go. Got Barry Soppit up by 2.5 seconds. Brian 1.2 ahead of Julian. Julian 0.6 ahead of Steve. Steve 1 second ahead of Tim. We got 1:05 down, 3:55 to go. So story remains the same this time around. Barry up by 2.5 seconds. Got Brian 2.3 ahead of Julian. Julian just 0.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 2 seconds up on Tim. Got a minute 30 down, 3:30 left. Fast lap so far. Barry Soppit 15.5. Brian also now 15.5. Julian a 15.9. Steve 15.8. Tim a 16.7. Joe 18.2. We got 3:15 to go, drivers.
Three minutes left.
All right, Barry, Brian, Steve, Julian, Tim, and Joe. Barry going 15.5 again. Let's see, gap between himself and Brian is 3.6. Got Brian 4.6 ahead of Steve. Steve 3.6 ahead of Julian. Julian 5.2 ahead of Tim. We got 2:40 to go. That stadium truck up next. 2:30 in, 2:30 remains. Barry, Brian, Steve, Julian, Tim, Joe. Yeah, Barry 4.3 ahead of Brian. Brian now 4.8 ahead of Steve. Steve 2 ahead of Julian. Julian 6.4 ahead of Tim. 2:15 to go. Race leader making his way down the back straight. Second place through the chicane. And third spot battle going to be making its way over the rollers into the chicane over that final double.
2 minutes left.
So Steve and Julian right now, closest battle on track. They're separated by about 4 seconds at this time. Nonetheless, still the closest battle going on right now. Whoa, got Julian with the stoppie there. A little nose wheelie action. A minute 35 remains. Barry 5 seconds ahead of Brian. Brian 7.3 ahead of Steve. Steve 2.4 ahead of Julian. Now 2.1 the gap. Got Julian 8 seconds ahead of Tim. A minute 15 to go. 75 seconds remain. All right, just over a minute remaining.
1 minute left.
All right, Barry 4.7 ahead of Brian. Brian 8 ahead of Steve. See, split time between Steve and Julian now 2.7. 40 seconds left, drivers. $35 seconds remain. Barry and Brian 5 apart. Brian 10 up on Steve. Steve 2.3 ahead of Julian, but Julian having a little bobble there. 15 seconds left. Careful on the straight, careful on the straight. And that is going to put Taylor up to the 3 spot. Time is about to expire.
Barry Soppit done. Joe Colicchio done.
Oh,
Rice Cakes done. Julian Taylor done.
well,
Steve Lung done. All drivers
Julian's
are
still
finished.
getting the 3 spot there.
Tim Elbert done.
So it's going to be Barry, Brian, Julian, your podium. Steve right there with him.
Completed.
All right, Barry, Brian, Julian to the podium, please. Wrestle order, Steve, Tim, and Joe. All right, we got Stadium up next. All right, race number 3. That is Stadium Truck.